Sporothrix is a really strong sniper rifle and probably one of my favorite weapons in the game. I like using it whenever I do get the chance to use it, even though it is a sniper rifle, because it has a really nice effect, especially with its augment mod volatile variant, where it can basically clear an area of effect around the enemies that you shoot. This is enhanced by subsumes like Zata's Whisper, and overall just the damage potential of this Sporothrix is really high, and it's a lot of fun to use when you get it to work. So I wanted to make a build video about the Coda Sporothrix now that it's out. Luckily there's a pretty high percentage Coda Sporothrix available with electricity, which is like a pretty okay progenitor for it. It'll get you corrosive, so if you are watching this like around the time that I post the video, definitely get your hands on that as soon as possible. But I'll just get into the build video. In the background you can kind of see some of the footage of Ivara going invisible and like taking advantage of all those buffs with Zata's Whisper as well. I'll run some damage testing in the background while I talk about this, with just a modless Excalibur and then with our full like Ivara setup that I kind of use as an example for this video. But the Sporothrix Coda version basically gets an increased reload speed. I think the explosion radius is bigger. Those are the main two stats that are like really nice. It also gets an increased status chance, which is good, and the crit chance goes from 1% to 5%, which I mean is cool I guess, but the Coda Sporothrix really doesn't rely on crit at all. You don't really want to be modding for crit. If you do hit crits, it does a lot of damage, and if you can get like flat crit chance from some external buffs, like Temple's crit priming or from Side 09, the damage potential gets a little bit higher, but it's not necessary, and the kit as it stands just doesn't really use crit. Most of the damage that we're getting is from status, and also you can improve it by taking advantage of some of the new arcanes and mods that like improve your damage for being invisible, for example, like Spectral Serration, which is kind of what we use with Ivara. Zata's Whisper increases the headshot damage multiplier as well, so that's a really nice subsume to use, and that's what I tend to use when I go with the Sporothrix. For the Sporothrix build, what we're working with is Spectral Serration for your base damage if you're going invisible. If not, you can replace that with Amalgam Serration or regular Serration. Rifle Elementals gets you extra elemental damage, which is really important with the Sporothrix because you're not critting, all your damage is coming from elemental damage. Target acquired can be replaced with Hammer Shot or any Bane mod that you have, whatever you have available to you. Malignant Force is Toxin to get our corrosive in there with the electric valence bonus. If you end up with a magnetic valence bonus, you can swap magnetic capacity to an electric mod. And volatile variant is really important. That's going to get us our explosions off every single shot immediately. Primary crux is our arcane, and hush if you're going invisible. It's just good quality of life. Otherwise you can use whatever for the Exilus. For the Ivara builds, I'm using parkour shards, primary electricity shards, and power strength. What you want on her is really simple. This is just a build that I've used all the time. Infiltrate is helpful, precision intensify for Zata's Whisper, and Crepuscular could be multi-augmented if you really wanted to. It's a pretty basic build, and it should get you some mileage. You can obviously use all kinds of warframes with this. Arcane Rage is the most important arcane that you might want to use if you are running the Sporothrix. I think that's about it. I think weapon build videos shouldn't really be too long, so I'm probably going to cut it here. Thanks for watching. I hope that the build is useful to you. If there's anything else you want me to try or you think might be cool that I should try, like, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, thanks for all your support. See ya.